So we're looking for pimento cheese, and we got an avocado. So trying to see if we can find some pimento cheese. I think maybe here. No, that's hummus. Go right into the hummus. Pimento does sound good. Yep, it's right here. 432. It's triple though. Triple. All right, and I'll get this too. All right, come on, let's go. Discount. One. That's the second one. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. God bless. And roll away from Oklahoma. Did you find a spoon?
Yes,
sweetie. You found like a plastic spoon? And that's the
pimento cheese. Triple cheddar pimento cheese.
You're licking it like an ice cream?
It's my spoon. I don't want to use my fingers.
Did you find a spoon? Be civil.
I thought I did. I'm just doing the corner.
And that's pimento, right? Does that taste okay? We're looking at like a cow lick.
That's good.
Like a salt lick. It's really what they call it, not a cow lick. But a salt lick.
It does have a lot of fat, so you have to be careful. This could be like addictive.
Remember when Angela Gant, she's a playwright out in New York, where she used to live in Fort Worth. She said once, they should put a Prozac salt lick out in front of Texas Wesleyan's theater department. Just want to throw that little joke in there. One of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. Well, for if you understood what was going on in the theater department at Texas Wesleyan in the 1990s. Prozac was part of it at times.
Here's Linda.
La 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 la. Just switched everything to 64K. Learned it from this guy right here. He did the same, I think. I'm gonna check it out.
Once before I had one video grab a little bit of traction. And then when I had that one video grab traction...
Okay guys, I'm going in my office. Linda's getting some sleep. She found out about a new company out in South Lake that sells donuts. And we're going in the office. All right, I just wanted to talk to you guys. You know, I talk about a lot of things. I talk about Hollywood, I talk about everything because I tried to break into Hollywood when I was 27 years old, which was in 2001, going into 2002. And I got sent out to New York to study with Actor Studio and get behind all that. I started vlogging, I don't know, I guess maybe 4 years ago, seriously. But I've been on YouTube since 2010, and I've always treated it as a place of storage, as a storing place for B-film and possible feature and short films. But I went ahead and just started vlogging and learning from other people. That was Chrome on my TV. He's out in Canada, starting a company, selling shirts and working with his dog, Cruzy. I have also learned from Adam the Woo and Jordan the Lion. But what I really want to talk about, and this is my office right now, is I think what I'm doing is a work vlog. And I've been in the gig economy for about 4.5 years. Everything from Uber Eats, all the way down to Postmates, DoorDash. And I've been doing these different types. And I met Linda right when I started making kind of an organized show and calling it the Please Subscribe Show, even though it is on the Cole Spivey channel. The reason why is because I'm shooting for 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully it'll be more, and I'm shooting for that at least by the end of the year. So we don't have like a whole lot, but there's probably some people that like to watch the show. Hang on, just give me a second, okay? Because I'm trying to get in the office. Just give me 1 second. It's like the Antioch Church in here. I don't know. I'm also been inspired by the Baptists. I was raised by Baptists. My grandmother was a Baptist, and so there's going to be always like a religious component on there. But I'm certainly not trying to be too dogmatic or anything. I just wanted to, that's why I mentioned the Antioch Church, because there's talking going over here, and then there's noise over here, the dishwasher over here, and you have to just keep on going. It's a long story about Acts, if you've read second Acts, or Acts, I'm sorry, first Acts, but okay. We're in Christmas time, so there's going to be religious things. I'm also trying to learn the song Joy to the World, which I'm surprised I haven't learned it. But what I'm going to say about business is that, and throughout this vlog, there's some businesses I can talk about, and there's some things I gotta have to keep quiet, because if it's a private business or something like that, then I usually do keep things quiet, and so you're only going to get what's called an ellipsis, okay? If you study filmmaking, an ellipsis means that you only get like a hint of what may be going on. Now, Hemingway used this when he would write. He was a journalist. He learned it from journalism. We can't get too detailed on everything because there's several reasons why we can't. But for one reason is because it's a work vlog for right now. So I could show quite a bit. Like, for example, when I was doing, I don't know, Favor, or when I was doing Grubhub, I couldn't show the app because I'm only using an iPhone 11. But I figured, well, that's not the most important thing. You're seeing where I'm going. You're seeing the package being dropped off. And what I'm trying to say is that I'm using more of an ellipsis to try to talk. I got a message from YouTube right there, I think from someone. Sometimes people make comments on the show. But what I mean by ellipsis is that if you look up the definition of it, it means it goes from this point to that point only. And then it's gone after that. And you have to use your own imagination. But I am in delivery. I've been in delivery for mostly food for about 4.5 years. I did get involved with Roadie, okay? And Roadie's out of Georgia, a Roadie delivering service. Watch out with those guys. They're nationwide. I don't know if they're good in your town. Leave a comment. But they're not exactly $1 a mile. So that's tough when you're working with those online positions, okay? I know I'm all over the place and I talk about a lot of things because my vlog incorporates my life at the time. And your life at the time, you've got so much stuff going on. So I'm trying to be thematic, but I think the most thematic thing that's a continuous through line that brings you along the show is probably delivery, right? And also things that Linda does, or the cat, and my place, you know. So, and the vehicle, and of course, maybe mom on the phone and things like that. My mom lives out in Maine. All right, so that's all I wanted to say was that I know this is about a 4-minute vlog. I know I have these monologues and I talk about things. I'm just saying I'm having to change the style a little bit because, like I said, sometimes my delivery is for an online service, and then sometimes, recently, it's for maybe like a private company, so I have to be respectful. And the ellipsis works out. And all I mean by ellipsis is it'll only say so much, and you'll have to fill in the blank. So, anyway, or the blanks. You have to fill in the blanks. All right, so we'll see you on the next scene, or the next moment, and I'll remind you to please subscribe, and I'm hoping everyone is getting ready to have a great holiday coming up, all right? right, so Trinity Park, they will have Christmas festivities coming up. They're also big with the 4th of July and other holidays that come about. There will be Christmas lights, and Botanical Gardens, which is right next to, this is the Trinity Park, where it says Lightscape, reimagined. It goes November 17th to January 1st. And it's a beautiful park. This is Trinity over here. So you'll see the entrance, and then directly across the entrance of Trinity is the Botanic Gardens. I'm known to call it the Botanical Gardens. I don't know why, but it's Botanic Gardens. I've called it that since high school, but it's Botanic. Anyway, this is Trinity Park, and I don't know the exact festivities that they'll have. The new entrance to Botanic Gardens is right here. And we have done vlogs there as well before. They're setting up some stuff right now, right over here. That's why they're dealing with parking and redirecting. And then they have a main office there that you can check in. They do charge now. Back in the day, Botanica Gardens, or the Botanic Gardens, were free. They didn't charge. Now they charge. Yeah, I don't know. Botanic Gardens. That's what they call it. So I think for several years I call it the Botanical. I don't know why. But it's Botanic. Or Botanic. Dealing with botany. It's a garden. They have flowers and it's beautiful. You could probably have a whole vlog dedicated to the Botanic Gardens. That's Casa Manana, which they're doing a Christmas pageant. Christmas pageant ever, the best Christmas pageant ever, and Seussical the musical. You can get a Christmas tree right here at the Fort Worth ISD Optimus Club, and then right over here is the Modern Art Museum where I used to live, which is right here on Darnell. And they told me to leave once they started to construct that Modern Art Museum, probably in 1996, maybe, around there. And it's beautiful. I was glad to give up my little apartment for that place, but I did have a lot of fun there when I lived there. And this is pretty much West 7th area. All right, we're gonna reset. Trip counter reset to 0. And today's December 6th, 2023. We're going 1.3 miles on our first delivery. 5 minutes. We'll be there at 5:41 p.m. So I got some theories on Cooper, on Bradley Cooper and Maestro. So one of the takes that he did commentary on was between him and Carey Mulligan. Larry Bernstein talking to his love interest. And this is the commentary where he calls Carey Mulligan an assassin actress, or an assassin actor. I think he's mentioned that he did 3 takes on that. That's 3 cigarettes for that day. And if he was smoking real cigarettes, that's pretty method. Not that I would recommend that. I'd recommend herbal. But you can tell by his skin in it. And I don't know, I'm talking about the skin other than the makeup. That I think that was real nicotine. So I don't recommend that, but that's tough. A real good chance. This is kind of like a Raging Bull thing, but with makeup. And of course, conducting and music. Real good chance this one's gonna go to Cooper. I'd play, if you're in Vegas, I'd put some money on him. I haven't seen a performance yet that's gonna hold any water compared to that performance yet. Not this year. And I'm talking just seeing clips from Killers of the Flower Moon, and De Niro's dynamite in that. Don't think Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in that is gonna weigh up to Cooper's. And this is like a guy I didn't work with him, but I worked with his people, and he was in the same school I was in New York. So this is one up for the Actor Studio Drama School, New School University. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have like 3 months before that next performance is gonna come out, and it better be better than Brandon Fraser's Well, Aaron Aronofsky direction. Also, I'm rooting on Cooper for maybe Best Picture, and also Best Direction, and also maybe even Best Screenplay. And this would be a big win because it'll go to show that the actors out there can make some good movies, especially some masterpieces. I've seen some bits of it. It's eye-catching. It's visually arresting. There seems like the acting is far intense and hyper-real than a lot of other performances that I've seen. which is what the Actor Studio shoots for. We're talking about major realism, but it's mixed in there with some art. Also, I heard some stuff he's talking about framing, keeping Lane Bernstein at like the edge of the frame in certain scenes. These are good director choices too. So we got a real good shot to go gold. We're talking like Dances of Wolves or something. I'm sorry, Dances with Wolves. You know how they won all the awards that year? Or, you know, the other one, what was the other one called? The one that won all the awards in the same year was Silence of the Lambs, which is Jonathan Demme. But I'm very proud. I wasn't the biggest fan of Stars Born because I thought it was a beginner, it was a debut film for Cooper, and I'm real critical in some of the movies. But I'm looking at clips and pieces of this movie. This guy's grown leaps and bounds as a director. So we're also going to see Bradley Cooper as a dangerous director in Hollywood with some great skill. Also, the performance looks maddening. This is like a great acting performance. We're looking at someone like Orson Welles here, man. There's some really cool stuff. I'm also learning a new song. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. It's a really good song to learn, by the way. George Miller's coming out with something new too. I just saw it the other day and I'm pretty impressed. The guy keeps on going. And all his films look a little bit different. You know, they're not all the same. But I am still learning Joy to the World. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and earth nature sing. And heaven, the heck was that? And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Lord, the Savior reigns. Sorry, I forgot some of the lyrics. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men employ their song. All right, second voice. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and rocks and plains and hills. I'll work on that one. Okay, here we go. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men employ their songs. I think it's let men their songs employ it. Joy to the earth, joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ. While rocks and we're gonna work on it. While rocks and hills, roll rocks and hills and floods and plains. Repeat the sound of joy, repeat the sound of joy, repeat the sound of joy. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods and rocks and plains. I think it's like that way. While fields and floods and rocks, let men employ their songs, while hills and floods and rocks and plains. Oh man. Let men employ their songs, while fields and floods and rocks, hills and plains repeat the sound of joy, repeat the sound of joy, repeat, repeat the sounds of joy. These two keep them tied together until they're cool. All right, guys, we're going to be 2.1 miles a second delivery, 6 minutes, 6:26 or 6:28 on the arrival. And this is a beautiful setup that the Modern Art Museum has, and I highly recommend everybody go out and see the Modern Art Museum. Every aspect of these three museums. You've got the Modern Art Museum created by Tuxedo. That's the backside of it. You've got the Kimball, it was created by a German artist, and I've looked at, we vlogged the Kimball before, and it's beautiful architecture. And then the Italian architect is the third and newest one, the Piano Pavilion, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it even has a little theater stage there for music and for show, for theater or music. It's more geared to music because of the acoustics, but you could easily set up a really nice theater show in there if you wanted to do some stage. Now you also have another theater on the other side of Amon Carter, which is a great museum too, and a really fun one. Linda and I did it the other week, or we did it a month ago or so. Alejandro Escovedo played, and I lost all that not all the footage though. I didn't lose the museum footage, but the outdoor footage of his music I did not upload. So, and I kind of feel good about that because that's his music, you know. But it was a concert music, and he came out. He's a 72 or 73. He's in his 70s. He's an older Hispanic artist, and we weren't able to post that. But I really wish I would have. It would only have been of one. It would only have been of one song, but he was a really good musician. La 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 la. Repeat the sound and joy. Repeat the sound and joy. Repeat, repeat the sound and joy. It's over that way. And just the beautiful lights right here when you go through here. It's mesmerizing. And I love the Modern Art Museum. They really do a great job. It's a good place to go get maybe a little glass of wine or grape juice and some crackers or something, depending on your denomination. Sorry, we would do grape juice for communion, but you know what I mean? Look at it. Look how nice it is. You know, you could go there, hang out, get a picnic blanket, all kinds of stuff. This is like right in the central. They call this the 5 Points too, because you've got, okay, so we've got the museum district, which we're on, okay, which is also art. You go down this way and you go past Casa, and that's like the theater and stuff like that, you know. Then there's another road that goes down this way, and I should know all 5 of these roads. And then there's the West 7th, which goes down towards downtown, towards the Celestial City, I guess you could say. I don't know if maybe you could say the city of destruction, but I think it kind of looks like a celestial city, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, regardless of what it is, that's West 7th. We're coming off, I think eventually there's Camp Bowie, which is one of them. I'm trying to think what road I'm on right now. There's also University. Next delivery is 1.9 miles, 5 minutes, 6:54 arrival. There's a shot of the Trinity River right here at night. And if you like go-karts, they got a go-kart thing right over here off of University. Rockwood. Spelled go-karts with a K. Could be a stress reliever, depending on the go-kart. I'm going to show you my smile when I was driving. This is how it looks. Kind of in a way. Still try not to think of the Netflix Real Genius. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Evil Genius. Sorry about that. Real Genius is a movie with Val Kilmer. Sorry about that, Val Kilmer. It's actually called Evil Genius, and it's horrifying. Makes me want to cry when I think of it. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. If that was a documentary, then oh my gosh, it should have won an award, like an Emmy. My goodness gracious. I just can't fathom it. Supposedly they're playing it off as if it really happened. It's called Evil Genius. If it's real, it's like the real version of Saw, but using a pizza delivery guy. Ah, man. Something that you don't want to watch in October, especially if you do delivery. It's funny. It's funny now. Yeah, haha. Real funny. Oh, man. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy.